I'm Karen, and I think I bought some food from you this morning, some of you, as I had $200 to spend. I was very fortunate. What a wonderful thing you were doing this morning. So this afternoon, we're going to talk a little bit differently. And so today, quick couple of things you need to know. I talk a little funny. Sometimes I say words a little funny because I don't come from Australia. I come from beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand. And so I just thought I'd bring you a little bit about my hometown. We have big mountains with lots of snow and heaps and heaps of sheep and cows. And I also come from the place with the clearest water in the southern hemisphere. So it's about 19 degrees, and when I was your age I used to swim in it. Crazy, I don't even put my toe in now. But the water's been underground for 3 years before it comes back up. So it's a pretty exciting place to grow up. So today we're going to be looking at the habits of mind, and really looking at what is it that you do when you're stuck. What happens when you don't know what to do? That's what I'm really interested in. And I spend a lot of my life talking about what do you do when you're stuck and what you don't know. And you already know the habits of mind and have been using them. And I saw lots of them in action this morning as well. But let's start off with a quick activity. And so please find a partner and sit knee to knee. Just quickly find someone close, knee to knee. Closest person. Knee to knee. I don't know if we've got an odd or even number. Is anyone who doesn't have a partner? Just make a perfect group of 3. So just turn around. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, hold on. Have you got a partner? Okay. Could you two partner up? That would be great. Thank you. Okay. Your partner? All right. You can go with her. Okay. And you can make a group of 3. Right there. Group of 3. Okay. Fantastic. Right. Got a partner? Turn around and face your partner. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. So this quick activity is called A Ship Came Into Port Loaded with a Cargo Full of. And so I will say, a ship came into port loaded with a cargo full of. And I'll say things starting with, and let me say, I'll just choose a letter like B. And if you and I were just demonstrating this for a moment, I'd say bananas. And then you might say, okay, and then I might say beers. And you might say something else starting with B. Bees. Okay. So and so we want to imagine a ship loaded with a cargo full of these things. So let's try it with your partner this time. And the idea is to see as many of them as you can say really quickly. All right, and get as many ideas as you can. So you ready? A ship came into port loaded with a cargo full of things starting with T. Loaded with a cargo full of things things that fit in an envelope. Go.
What? Phone. Money. I just said that.
And if you ever finish up, the ship came into port loaded with a cargo full of things that are hard to do.
Oh my god.
This is one of my favourite videos as we start talking about things that are hard to do. Let's have a look.
That's okay.
Yes. Already late.
Anybody out there? And we need help. Now, would somebody please do
So they just stand there. So again, what I'm really interested in is what is it you do when you're stuck? What do you do when you don't know what to do? Because that makes the difference between being a successful learner and a not so successful learner. So I have a quote that I use is, to get to easy, you have to go through hard. And if you just do easy things all the time, you're not going to get better at them, are you? For instance, my daughter brought home some spelling words the other day. There were 10 words and she already knew how to spell 9 of them. Now, if she practiced over and over again, one of the words she can spell is family. If she practices family over and over and over and over again, is she going to get better at spelling the word family?
Yes.
No, because she already knows how to spell it. She's not going to get better at it. If there's 10 spelling words and she already knows 9, how many does she need to actually learn? Let's call it out. One. There's only one she needs to learn because she already knows the other 9, and it's a waste of her time. And sometimes in school, and a lot of times in school, teachers give you things that are hard because we want you to practice the hard so you can get to the easy. And think about everything that used to be hard once that is now easy. Walking was once hard, now it's easy. Riding a bike might have been once hard, now it is easy. See the guy on the skateboard? Well, he was on the skateboard. He was. He was, wasn't he? Look, it's hard to be a top skateboarder. But here's how you become the big top skateboarder, is you fall off more times than anybody else. Because he knows how to get through hard to get to the easy. So I have a task for you. And in order to do this task, you will need a piece of paper and something to write with. Just this scrap paper on the table. So go and grab a piece of paper and something to write with and come back, please.
What's to do with that?
Strive for accuracy as you copy this exactly is to draw 9 dots that are in a 3x3 pattern. So please draw 9 dots in a 3x3 pattern, exactly the same as I have. Teachers might want to do this. Draw your 9 dots. They don't have to be huge dots. Line up, just on the screen. And so your task in a moment, and you may need to use the habit of mind of persistence, you may need to use the habit of mind of thinking flexibly, and you may need to use the habit of mind of creating, imagining, and innovating as you go to this task. So your task is to connect all 9 dots, using 4 lines. So just careful with the instructions first. Once your pen hits the paper, you cannot pick up the pen again. Okay? So it's 4 lines, but they must be continuous. Once you put the paper down, the pen down, you cannot lift it. Now, just so you know, when you think you've got the solution, you come and show me. Don't show anybody else. Come and show me. And you want to connect all 9 dots. Off you go. How is that helping?
Well, you don't just drop your head. You keep them going on.
Okay. So what are you persisting at?
Trying to do the question.
Yes. And is that helping?
Maybe.
Let me find out. Who is persisting at this? Okay. Is that helping? Well, did you find the answer by persisting?
I haven't found it.
Haven't found it yet. Okay, so that's all right. All right. So let me find out, what other strategies are you using to get yourself unstuck? Other strategies? Yes. How? So how are you thinking flexibly?
You have to kind of think to make all the lines join.
Not sure you know, do you? Okay. So, just sitting there and persisting, is that enough?
No.
No. Right. What else?
Using past knowledge, when you get it wrong, you've got to remember that other one's going to use that to your advantage.
Great. So, nice thought. So, what I'm seeing is some people doing the same thing over and over again. And it didn't work the first time. Guess what? It's not going to work the second time, the third time, or the fourth time. So just persisting on the same strategy isn't always going to help, is it? Now, some of you, here's what I'm noticing. Some of you have just stopped even persisting. And so you've decided to help your friend, which means that you don't have to. So sometimes that's not a useful strategy either. So I'm going to show you how this works in order to give you a different frame of what you might need to think. So you ready? Watch the screen. Here are my four, where are they? Oh, here we go. Here are my dots. All right, ready? One line.
Think outside of the box.
So I started at that bottom dot, right? Start of the box, bottom dot. One line.
Think outside of the box, like literally.
Two lines. Three.
What? What? You have to go off the thing. I told you think outside of the box. Literally.
And
Outside.
four.
You said we're not allowed to go over
Yeah,
lap
you said you're not allowed to
That's
overlap.
crossed over now.
You can't go back over the same line as and go
Outside of the box.
backwards and forwards. So one, two, three.
Yeah, I
Four.
got that one. And I
Tim, did you do that?
That's what I did. That's what I did.
Show me evidence that you got that way.
You guys can get a believe.
No, you can't draw it now. That's not evidence.
I think I have to go outside of the box.
Okay, how many people were surprised?
Showed me before.
How many people were surprised you had to go outside the box? Yeah, because quite often we think we have to stay in the box, but of course not always do we need to stay in the box. Now, we're not going to have time, well, if we get time we'll come back, but there is another one that looks like this. And this one has 5 lines. Now we're not going to do that one right now, okay? But we'll come back to it if we get time, because I want to show you something else. To be able to go outside those lines means you have to do and take what we call a responsible risk, which of course is one of the important habits of mine. It means you have to give something a go even if you're not sure. It's like going outside the rules of what you thought was allowed. So, on the floor over here I have a grid. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you just to put your piece of paper and your pencil just along the wall here so they're out the way and stand around the grid, please. You have to be stuck in the middle.
Stay in the grid.
People knew because you needed full support to be able to do that. What was your behaviour and what happened for you? Turn to the person next to you and tell them.
I got really silly because I jumped in the same square that the person just before me did and it was wrong.
Fantastic. So what can you learn from that?
Actually, root more attention and try forgiveness again at the same time.
Great. So pay attention to what other people are doing because you don't need to make the same mistakes they've made. Thank you. How might you apply that to school?
Like, not just do the same thing over and over and over again because it's not always going to be right.
Thank you. What else happened for others? What else happened? What happened for you?
Well, when I started, I stuck it all at one. So,
And what happened?
really,
And?
well, I felt like
You felt what?
it might have helped some people, like, so, like, the person that was at square one, I went on the square as well, which people might have half.
Okay, so what you're saying is that were you happy to make the wrong choice or sad to make the wrong choice?
Like, the wrong choice, because it gave me the chance to help people.
Great. So you felt confident to make that wrong choice so that others knew which path to take. Thank you. Okay. What else happened for other people? Who did this? Who was like? Who was doing that behaviour? Where's the young man with the bright blue shoes? Are you? Yes, the bright blue shoe boy. Sorry, because I don't know your name. What happened for you?
Because people were telling me to go for different ways, and I wasn't sure, so I wasn't scared to make the wrong choice. I just didn't feel that any was right, so I just left it up to the chance by doing it.
So your behaviour, however, would tell me something different, because there was a lot of behaviour from you that went, and you're waiting for everyone else to tell you. Now, did anyone else know the path?
No, except for you.
So why are you waiting for them to tell you what the path was? Yeah. See, isn't this interesting? That sometimes we wait for people to tell us which path to take, but actually they don't know. They don't know which path to take. Oh, yeah, it's not all right. So sometimes you have to trust yourself, don't you? Trust and back yourself to take the path that you're not sure. And what was the worst thing that was going to happen?
The worst thing is basically nothing.
No, I was going to say beep at you, right? The worst thing that was going to happen. Beep. I was just going to beep. Yeah. All right. So please think about this, because this is a very important habit of mine of taking responsible risks. And when you're stuck and don't know what to do, if you just wait for everyone else to tell you, what if they don't know either? So it's about trusting the strategies that you already have, trusting the past knowledge that you already have to be able to move yourself forward. So, I hope that was interesting. Later on, remember you can give this a go. This is 5 lines, and there are about 6 different ways to do this one.
Oh, wow.
6 different ways. But again, it's about sometimes taking that responsible risk, going outside the square and giving something you've never given a go. Thank you. Please turn around and face your teacher.